Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a quick celebrity reading. So we're going to jump straight into it. I know you can see the headline. So this is going to be about WNBA basketball superstar Brittney Griner and her soon-to-be ex-wife. Before I get started, let me give you this disclaimer that everything that I talk about here on this video is allegedly. This is all my astrological opinion and nothing should be taken as factual. With that being said, it is unfortunate to find out that Brittney has filed for divorce from her wife. Now, this is the wife that actually was with Brittney when she had her unfortunate stay in Russia, where she spent 10 months in a Russian prison. We all know the details of that. But she was married to this woman. This woman was advocating for her, basically holding her down while she was in prison. And now she's come home. And I believe they had a baby here recently or earlier this year or last year of some sort. I think they had a baby. And now it's come out that Brittney has filed for divorce. Now, if you don't know, this is her second marriage. She was previously married to another WNBA player back in 2015. And subsequently, it is like immediately when they got married, I think maybe within a month, less than 2 months, Brittney filed for an annulment. She tried to get an annulment. They couldn't get an annulment, so they ended up divorcing. And from what I understand from the reports, her then wife was blindsided by the request to have an annulment. And if I'm not mistaken, she was pregnant as well. I think she has twins with this woman. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but I do believe that they have twins, and there was a big deal about the paternity of the twins. It was just a whole debacle. Now, that happened in 2015. Subsequently, Brittney went on to date her current wife now. I think she proposed around 2018, and they got married soon after that. So they've been together since 2018. It's now 2026. And we are hearing about her filing for divorce. So, of course, the astrologer in me is always trying to figure out how this came about. Did we see this coming? And so I did my due diligence on this. And we're going to just do a quick little reading on how this came about, and is this a pattern? Because it seems like this is a pattern. So Brittney was born on October 18th, 1990. I don't have a birth time. She was born in Houston, Texas. I don't have a birth time, so I use a placeholder of 12 noon. So I always tell you, without a birth time, the rising sign is 50-50. So this would make her a Libra sun, a Libra moon, and potentially a Sagittarius rising. Now, she is a Libra sun and a Libra moon. And if you know anything about Libra, Libra is a sign of partnerships. So you will find most Libras or Libra, people that have strong Libra placements, they do better in partnerships. Or I wouldn't use the word better. They find themselves in partnerships a lot. So they will seem to really lean towards being in romantic relationships, lean towards being married. They lean towards partnering business. They just do well with a group effort, a team effort, a partnership. So it's not lost on me that you will find a lot of Libra placements. And I'll give you some Libra placements that can kind of attest to this. Cardi B is a Libra sun. She likes being partnered up. Keisha Cole is a Libra sun. She likes being partnered up. And now we have Brittney Griner, who is a Libra sun and a Libra moon. Clearly, she likes being partnered up. So you kind of get the theme of partnership. And another famous Libra sun also is Kim Kardashian. Likes being partnered up. So we now have this representation of Libras in partnerships and how they do that. And they find themselves in and out of relationships. So when I first saw that, I was like, oh, okay, so this explains a lot on how she partners up a lot or gets in romantic relationships a lot. Now, the Sagittarius rising again, I don't like to focus on it when the rising sign when I don't have a birth time because, like I said, it's like 50-50. But looking at this Sagittarius rising, if in astrology, Sagittarius is known as the bachelor and the bachelorette of the zodiac. So these are the people that pride themselves and have to have freedom in their relationships. You will find a Sagittarius placement will be in a relationship, and the minute they feel like that their freedom is being infringed upon, they are out of there. They are gone. They will stay in the relationship as long as they have autonomy and freedom and they can move the way they want to. They don't have any problems with being in the relationship. But when they find themselves feeling like they're being stifled, you're trying to control them, you're trying to hinder them from moving like they want to move, they are out of there. So we could be leaning that this rising sign may be accurate for her because I don't know the details on why they're divorcing, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with her feeling stifled. And if she ever talks about it, she'll probably say she felt like she couldn't be herself. She couldn't move around. She didn't have that freedom. She didn't have autonomy over herself. She's going to say something to that degree, I'm pretty sure. So this will also mean if she is a Sagittarius rising, on her descendant, on her seventh house, that means Gemini is going to be on her descendant. So Gemini, the sign of duplicity. This is the sign of variety and wants to do a lot of things. Now, Gemini energy gets a bad rap with regards to being in relationships. And much like Sagittarius, they want variety in the relationship. Can they be in a relationship? Yes. But you better keep it fresh and you better keep it exciting because they get bored very quickly and they will move around. Another thing with Gemini is Gemini, for me, has what I call the monkey bar energy in relationships. And this is where they will be in a relationship. And if they feel like it's getting boring, it's not living up to what they want it to be, they're not going to leave immediately unless they know there's something else waiting in the wings. So much like a child on a monkey bar, where you're holding on to one bar and you swing out and catch the other one, they want to be able to swing out, catch something else, and then they'll let the other bar go. So that is the monkey bar effect that I feel like Gemini energy has when it comes to relationships. So I would not be surprised if she finds herself in another relationship really, really quickly. Now, because we're in retrograde energy right about now, I'll still say that this possibly could reverse itself and they end up getting back together simply because we are in a retrograde season right now. So that could happen. But if it does not, she's going to find herself in a new relationship really, really quickly. Okay. Now, this is what we came to hear. Does the astrology say that this divorce was on the horizon? Yes, it does. It does. And there's two things that stick out for me that when I saw it in her transiting chart, I was like, okay, this is why this happened. Brittney has a natal Jupiter in Leo in the 8th house. And she also has her South Node and Chiron in the 8th house in Leo. But her Chiron is actually in Cancer. Currently, Brittney is going through what we call a Jupiter return. Happens every 12 years. This is where Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, returns to its original place at the time of your birth. And when you have a Jupiter return, we all go through it. It could be in different houses. It triggers an event to happen. And because she's coming up on her Jupiter return in her 8th house, the 8th house governs other people's money, other people's resources, sex, intimacy, the merging of people together, all of the things, those deep psychological hidden things are here in the 8th house, but it's about the intimate connection we have with another person. What has happened with the Jupiter return? It has triggered something with regards to her wanting to release this area of her life. Again, I go back to my original assessment that it has to do with freedom. If she's been feeling stifled in this relationship, it will trigger a divorce. It will trigger a needing to break free of what this is going on in this particular house. The eighth house does govern divorce. It does govern other people's resources. So we're looking at how she is disconnecting from this area of her life because she wants freedom around that. In addition to that, she has the south node going through the eighth house. So when we talk about the nodes of the moon, and the south node is about things that we need to release, it's going through the eighth house. It's really at a critical degree, which is 29 degrees, which means something is going to happen. And it is approaching her nodal return. So with the south node here in the eighth house, this is about releasing things that no longer serve us. So the intimate dynamic, the intimate connection that she has with another person is releasing itself. And as it gets closer approaching that nodal return for her, which is going to be probably late next year, this really for me signifies why this divorce came about. Because again, the eighth house is about divorce and about the separating of assets and things of that nature. So it's looking at the astrology of it, it kind of makes sense. It's unfortunate. We never want to see a relationship break up, but it's very much unfortunate. I hate that for the two of them. But it definitely, the astrology gears towards the breaking up or the breaking down of this relationship. Also, Brittney does have Venus in Libra as well. She's got like a lot of, she has a Libra stellium up in her 10th house. So with me, she's probably going to go through relationships like this for the duration of her life, unless she really starts to work on herself around how she does relationships. Figures out why she does relationships in this manner. If she does not, she'll probably continue on this pattern of catch and release, get in a relationship, get out, and things of that nature. One final thing I will say with regards to the transiting, she does have Saturn going through her 4th house of family. Typically, a lot of times when Saturn goes through your 4th house of family, this is a disruption in the family dynamic, the family household. This could be someone moving out, and this could be a significant an experience that happens with regards to your family, especially around Saturn. It's a hard lessons, kind of a karmic type of energy. So it kind of makes sense of what's going on with her. So that is my assessment. With the astrology, not a surprise that this is happening. It is very unfortunate. I wish them both the best. I hope everything works out for them. And especially hope it works out for their son that they have together. But if you'd like your own personal reading with me, please visit my website at www.melaningoddesslife.biz. Follow me on all the social media platforms under Melanin Goddess Life. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.